Hey guys, oh my goodness, when I say I am so excited about today is testimony day. I'm going to be sharing with you guys a testimony of mine, and specifically I'm going to be sharing my car testimony, like my most current car testimony. Like, listen, when I tell you guys this is a story, but I promise you it's so beautiful. And a lot of times when it comes down to, like, testimonies when it comes to cars or homes and stuff like that, you always see like a video or like a picture or something like a mansion or like a luxury car, but like this is not that. This is literally God's doing. This is so beautiful. I'm not saying that's not God's doing, but I'm just saying, like, this right here, like, is such a beautiful testimony. So listen, get your popcorn, get your snacks, and sit back, relax, and let's talk about this. All right guys, so this is a chill moment because I don't have no lashes on. Now listen, lashes is my second best friend. Jesus is my first, but like my second best friend is lashes and like lip gloss and like lipstick, because we not having no chap lips all 2022. Okay, like if I need to start a chapstick campaign, I will, because we not doing that. Okay, but nevertheless, let's just get off into this story. So basically today I'm gonna just be talking to you guys about my car testimony, and like I don't know why Holy Spirit wanted me to tell you guys specifically about this, but I guess I'm like, let's go on the ride and tell them. Okay, so in the year 2020, right, with the pandemic and all the stuff that was going on, somebody had came to my home, right, and it was actually a cousin of mine, and they said, man, they were just talking about how they were going through a lot of stuff. They just was like, oh man, I'm just going through all this stuff and everything, and I was just like, oh, I'm so sorry, like, I'm just feeling so bad. And then they were talking about how they just needed a car. They're like, man, the car I have, it breaks down at this point, that point. And then I was like, child, I know the feeling, okay, like that's just not a good feeling. And then you know what, I had a car that was sitting outside for a while, and it was actually my car. It was like a Chrysler, and I hadn't used it in a long time because it just had broke down, like, the tires was messed up. It just was a lot of stuff, but the car was clean though. It just, of course it had, like, its issues, but the car's pretty much clean. So I was like, and randomly, I'm telling you, this was not a word from God. It wasn't like a prophecy. This just came out of my mouth, and I told that person, I said, well, do you want the car that's outside? And then they were like, are you being serious? And I said, yeah, I'm being serious. Like, do you want the car outside? And then they were like, yeah, like, of course. And I said, okay, it's yours. And when I tell you guys that I never realized, like, I'm giving away a car, like, because if you know me, I am a generous person. I love giving. I love just going out of my way, just kind of like taking the shirt off my back to give to somebody. But I really did not realize that I'm giving a car away. They were so excited about it. They were like, oh my God, like this is so crazy. And let's just say like a few days later, or maybe a week or so like afterward, they came, they got the car, they got it towed, and they just took the car. And I ended up making a video. So what I want you guys to do is just watch this video. I did condense it because I didn't want you guys to watch this full-on video. Look at this video real quick because this is proof that this happened. Hey guys, so it is April 20th, close to 4:30. I believe last time I checked it was like 4:27. I just want to announce I am officially carless. You guys excuse my dry face, but anyway, like I said, I am officially carless. This is where my car was parked, and there's no car here anymore. So I am just going to believe by faith that God is going to provide a new car for me. Now listen, wherever there is a vision, God provides provision. So I believe that even though I may be carless right now, I may not have no way to get to the store. We're not going anywhere anyway. I mean, it's 2020, we in quarantine, everybody know that. But at the same time, I know by faith God is going to do something in the supernatural. It's gonna be crazy. I'm believing that God is going to bless me with a car way better than what I had, and it's just gonna be amazing. It's gonna be in Logan's name. It's just gonna be amazing. So I'm gonna believe by faith that I will have a awesome-tastic car. I don't know when, but God, I mean, don't take too much time, but take your time, I guess, but yes, by faith, I am believing there will be a car parked right here, and it will be mine, and it will be brand new. So it's closer to 5 o'clock now, and I'm still standing out here because I'm just thinking about, wow, I'm so happy that God is such a good God, and He has blessed me more than I could even ask for. And it's so crazy because I know a lot of people will look at a moment like this and be like, what are you thankful for? Like, something just was taken away from you. This happened. You sold this, or you did that, or you gave something up. You know what? It's not even about that. What it's about is just the fact that God even allowed you to, have it, allowed me to even have something, because my thing is, it's so many people who don't have, what they would call anything. So it's like, I'm just so grateful. And I even think about how the Bible says, in all things give thanks. So I thank you, Jesus. I thank you that I don't have a car anymore, because you know what? I know that God is such a great God that He's going to do exceedingly abundantly above all that I could even ask or think. Now you see, there's proof, like this really happened. Like, I was in my backyard, like, listen, like, in all things, I'm just going to give thanks, because I'm just going to believe God is going to bless me with, something else. So in the meantime, while I'm not driving that car, because it's gone, my sister basically allowed me to drive her car. And she had this, like, little Dodge car, and I had been driving it. It was basically my car. Like, I always drove it everywhere. And when I tell y'all, that was the car where I had to lay hands on it every 2 seconds. I'm telling you, like, and plus, this is the funny thing. In 2020, we weren't really going anywhere anyway, so it wasn't that big a deal. But, a majority of, like, well, not a majority, but, like, at the end of the year and even, like, 2021, I just started thinking, like, okay, listen, I gotta get me another car. Like, I can't be doing this, and, like, especially because that car, I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm laying hands on it every 2 seconds, like, because I was scared, like, it's gonna break down at any point. Like, I would be scared to drive on the freeway, but of course, it's a blessing because my sister's like letting me use it. But at the end of the day, I'm just like, okay, I just can't keep using this. So I was trying to figure out, okay, I want another car. Now let me just give you some background here. I have never had a brand new car. I have never had like the car of the year. So it's like, I've never had a luxury car. I've always just had, point A to point B, for the most part, in which that's been fine. But I got to this mindset and I said, you know what? I want a luxury car, God. I want something that's, amazing. I want it to look like this. I want it to be all decked out. Okay. So God had humbled me in that mindset because I was like looking for like luxury cars, and like in my head, I'm like, girl, $70,000 ain't that much. No, it is. It's a lot, child. Like, it is a lot. And I was literally looking for luxury cars. Like, I'm going online and I'm denying all of these cars. I'm going to dealerships and I'm just like, going online and I'm just denying every like, car that like is semi-old. I'm like, I'm not driving no car that's like this many years old. There ain't no way. You know what I mean? Like, just doing all of that. And like, I'm even writing down the vision and I'm like, God, I want a Genesis. Like, I want, I don't like just random stuff. Like, I want this kind of car. And then like the car I really had my mind set on was a Jeep Wrangler, because I really wanted like a bigger car, or either like I said, a Genesis or something. And like, I'm looking at these cars and like they're expensive. And if you don't know, I'm in Michigan. So Michigan's car insurance is insane. Like, I don't know how much y'all pay in car insurance, but when I tell y'all, like, I'm like literally car insurance is upward to like $1,000. So I'm just like, Jesus, like, but like I said, I'm just thinking like, nah, Jehovah Jireh, He's gonna bless me with like this amazing, like this, awesome car. And I'm like, God, I know you can do it. And when I tell you guys, I'm going to dealership stressed out every time, because I was just like, I don't want this, I don't want that, I don't want this, I don't want that. And literally, like, I had just got to a place where I just started mentally just getting so down. I was just like, you know what, God, like, I just am so sad, because it's like, I thought you were gonna bless me with something, because I'm like, clearly I'm like, you're, like, I know you don't want me out here walking like Jesus. I'm like, listen, like, I know you want me to have a car. Like, why in the world aren't you blessing me with a car? And literally I got this revelation where God was showing me like, the reason I can't give you what you want is because you're trying to live in the keeping up with the Joneses mindset. Now listen, if you don't know what the keeping up with the Joneses mindset is, it's basically like you're trying to like keep up with like the newest stuff, have all the great things. Matter of fact, if you think about it like this actually reminds me of it's a TikTok where it's a sound. It's like, oh, material girl and stuff. Like, you know, you want all these like luxury things, but like I truly believe God didn't want me to get lost in the sauce. Like God did not want me to have that thing, or you know, that car, or whatever the situation is. You know, God did not want me to have that, because God knew I would get lost in that thing and like start to idolize that very thing. And you know what? And I was just really like, well, but God, what are you gonna bless me with? Because I was like, I want this kind of car, I want, you know, the windows to be like this, I want this automatic, like just all these different things. And like God literally did not bless me until like my heart had softened. Like my heart was literally so hard, because I'm like, God, I'm determined, I want to have this, I want to have that. And like the truth is, like, you know, it just wasn't happening until this randomly happened. I ended up going to a dealership, and when I went to this dealership, and this is the funny thing, y'all, I just want y'all to know, because I want to add this in here too, I was getting denied left and right. I was like, wow, my God, like I would have never thought. But the thing is, and I want to be very clear, like, you know, I went to this dealership finally, and at this dealership, I just had this feeling where I really liked this dealership. This was like unlike all the other dealerships. I really liked this one, but I just didn't see a car I liked. And usually when the car salesmen, they call you back and they're just so aggressive, like, you need to get this car, you need to get this car. But like when I left the dealership that day, the the person who was like helping me, the car salesman, he called me and he said something that like blew my mind. He said, hey Logan, he said, I just want to thank you for coming. He said, I really just enjoyed, you know, talking to you and all these different things. And he was like, so, you know, but if you're ever still looking for a car, then, you know, just come back and visit us. And it was so unlike any other like person. I'm talking about seriously. It was unlike any other dealership. And that was a Friday. And then I told him on the phone, I said, I'm going to come back Monday. And I don't know, and it literally, I did not have a car in mind. I wanted, like, of course, there were different cars I saw on the website that I thought were cool. Do you not know that Monday I went back and I Ubered up there? This is how you know this was real, because I was always driving another car to get up there, but literally I Ubered because I said, I'm not leaving this dealership till I find a car. And I kid you not, I stayed up there for like 8 something hours. Like I probably stayed up there like a whole work shift, and I was looking for a car, and literally I found my car. I found the car that God had for me. And the reason why I know God had it for me is because all the other cars I had drove it for miles and miles and miles. And I had just went pretty much all around on the freeway, all these different places. I drove this car no more than 100 feet. And I just was like, I love this. And the crazy thing is, with me loving this car so much, this is how I know this is God. Why did, when I, put the keys, in, and I started the car, why was gospel music playing? The song that was playing is I Run to the Father. And I literally, I wanted to burst out in tears, what in the world? And today I just want to submit to you that maybe the very thing that you want from God is not in what you think or how you expect it to come. Sometimes in our life we're so, ran on a brand, or it has to look like this, or it has to be like this, when in reality, in all actuality, God has something specifically designed for us. And sometimes we're so concerned about the packaging that God is like, don't worry about the packaging, don't worry about how it looks, because I'm going to send you what you need. It might not be what you want, but it's going to be what you need. And what you don't realize is that need is going to become a want. You're going to be like, I want this now. I can honestly say, I don't want a luxury car now. Of course I want a decent looking car, I want cars to look nice, but I am not worried about all that anymore. It's so crazy, because it's like we're we're so caught up in, I need the 2021, 2022, 2023, all of that stuff, when in reality, God blessed me with like literally like I just feel like the perfect car. Like it's spacious like I like it. It's a beautiful car. It don't have all the newest technology, but it's still it fits me. It's like the perfect color. And the truth is, you know, I don't want to share what the car looks like because of privacy purposes, obviously, but I just want to share that with you because I just feel like sometimes we're so worried about everything else, not even realizing like God has something specifically for us at the perfect timing. Like you guys don't even realize, and this is the funny thing, even in that moment when I found the perfect thing for me, I still was trying to go off the brand that I wanted of another car, and they told me, they said, if you want this other car, then you're gonna have to they said you're gonna have to put this kind of down payment down. And I was just like, no. And do you know, I had the money to put that down payment down on the other car, but I literally had the perfect amount, the exact amount for the car that was mine, the car that's mine now. And like it's just so beautiful because I really feel like sometimes, especially, and I don't know why I hear this, but like relationship wise, like you're probably looking for this perfect man, this perfect woman, and she gotta have the Coke bottle size, and or he gotta be tall, he gotta be fine, he gotta look like this. And then in reality, God is like, look, I have the perfect person for you, but I'm genuinely telling you, like, you have to trust me, you have to trust the process, you have to trust that I got you. And like, it's just so beautiful telling this story because obviously there's more details to this story, but I want to really, you know, make this, you know, just kind of condense this story and just share, like, you know, this testimony because, like I said, you know, I could be right now riding in a car that I, you know, quote unquote wanted and literally miserable. Like, oh my God, like it costs so much for insurance. It costs so much for an oil change. It costs so much. And when I tell you, like, my car is like low maintenance, I don't got to do all the extra stuff. And I love it. You know, I just love it so much. And I just can truly tell you, and I just want to submit to you today that maybe you're looking in all the wrong places. Maybe you're looking for a specific kind of packaging when God said, I got it under control. I have every situation, the thing that you want, the husband that you want, the wife that you want, the money that you want, the career that you want, the body that you want, the situation, whatever it is, I have that under control. The marriage, I have that under control. The relationships, I have that under control. But you have to trust me. Trust the process. That even in the midst of being frustrated, because I promise you, I was frustrated. It is a lot car shopping, but literally God has the perfect thing for you. I don't know what that thing is, but God has the perfect one for you. So I just want to share that with you guys. I'm a big person on testifying because, and I believe God allows me to go through what I go through because he wants me to share with the world. Like, hey, look, I know you feel this way, but let me show you a little bit about my Jesus. Okay. But nevertheless, you guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope you all enjoyed this testimony. If you guys enjoy testimonies, please comment below and let me know. I have so many testimonies, y'all. I got so many testimonies. It's the grace of God I'm talking to y'all right now. But if you really enjoyed this, like I said, comment below. I want you to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I love you guys so much. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.